everybody.
Thank you, Larry. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taking you the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. This one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, Montgomery. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Come on, let's go. 38.
From the gun, Montgomery looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First and 10, Montgomery. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Come on, let's go. 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
From the gun on 3rd down, Montgomery. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short. but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So out now come the Cardinals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
10 yards still left on second down.
Come on, let's go!
Throwing again. Montgomery. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun. Montgomery. Oh, he stays up. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Gould now out to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go. 1-9.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Montgomery. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. Looking to throw. Montgomery finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Shrugs him off. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-3 the score. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to throw on second down. Montgomery. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Let's go! 3-19!
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd down. Montgomery throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. first down. Montgomery throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down. Montgomery punches with a catch over the middle. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. On 1st and 10, Montgomery to the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Montgomery. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now let's go. 339. 339.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. More from the desert after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Roman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be a San Francisco 1st down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the 1st down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say, surprise, surprise. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Montgomery. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
Back to the air on second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Montgomery. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cardinals are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The 49ers have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. 49ers come out on 3rd and 4. Lindsey's the target here, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. 49ers go up by 4. 1st and 10. Funchess is able to haul in the contested pass, and he'll be tackled at the 1-yard line. Cardinals later on the drive. Nice work to make the catch in double coverage, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown, which takes the lead to 3. 2nd and 2 coming up. The pass will be completed into coverage, and he capped off the long drive with a TD. They go up by 1. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Guyton.
All right, thank you, Larry. Plenty of intrigue to come. A 1-point game as we get set for half 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run, and I love what they're doing. Plugging up everything inside, hard to make way, and then they can run to the perimeter and shut you down that way as well.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
To throw on second down, Montgomery. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Montgomery. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
he already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
and you know how you can always identify who.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game? You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on first down, Montgomery. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Montgomery. His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw again, Montgomery. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Montgomery. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Back to throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at about the 14. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Montgomery. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Cardinals on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. And this is going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Chance for the backup here to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Offense.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
They'll throw here. Beathard. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gould is able to put it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he is going to field that one. Knocked down hard. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Looking to throw. Montgomery got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Montgomery. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. To throw again, Montgomery. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. first down. Montgomery. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. To throw on second down. Montgomery. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Montgomery. And that is incomplete. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Niners on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Beathard to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the 49ers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.